Hello, my name is HAQIM bin MULIADI, and now I will present about introduction. Okay, first we can see sequence and series. Sequence is a list of things, usually numbers that are in order, and series is a list of numbers with addition operation between them. Okay, below them we can see the difference between sequence and series. So the difference is sequence set of elements that follow a pattern, while series is sum of elements of the sequence. Sequence order of element is important, but for series order of element is not so important. Okay, so we can see the other difference for the sequence, infinite series, and infinite sequence and infinite series. Okay, arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression AP is a sequence where each new term is calculated by adding constantly, which is common difference to preceding term. Generally, the first term of the sequence will be denoted as A, and the arithmetic progression will look like this, for example, where the n term is A plus n minus 1 times D. The sum of all terms in the arithmetic progression will give an arithmetic series. If the first term is A and the common difference is D, then the sum of the first term is, for example, this. If the value of the last term L is given, then we can write the sum as like this, for example. Okay, for geometric progression, a geometric progression or GP is a sequence where each new term is calculated by multiplying the preceding term by a constant R, which is common ratio. Generally, the first term of the sequence will be denoted as A, and the geometric progression will look like this, for example, where the n term is AR n minus 1 times square. The sum of all terms in the geometric progression will give a geometric series. If the first term is A and the common ratio is R, then the sum of first n term is, for example, this. Okay, the sum to infinite of a geometric progression with first term A and common ratio R can be calculated by using the formula below. Also this. So that's all. Thank you.
My name is SYAZWINA bin SARIFUDDIN. I will present about filler table for question 1. Number 1, for the facts. Number 1, you and your friends want to start an online clothing business due to COVID-19. Number 2, both of you have 4 new members, each as downline or as the second generation. Number 3, each generation is able to get 4 new members. Next, ideas. Number 1, the number of members for the first generation will be 2. The number of members for the second generation will be 8. The number of members will increase by multiplying by 4. The concept of geometric progression is being used to solve this question. Next, for the learning issues. Number 1, how can we know the number of members of a certain generation? What type of sequence is used to calculate the number of members? Why geometric progression is suitable to use to solve this question? Number 4, what is geometric progression? Last, resources needed. So we need a calculator and algebra textbook. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is HUSAINI. Today I want to explain you about the solution of question 1. So first we can see the diagram show first generation until 4th generation. So if we can see the dot, 1 dot represent 4 members, red dots, orange dots, and yellow dots represent for second generation, third generation, and 4th generation. Based on a diagram, we can know that the first generation contains 2 members. We had assumed that each generation will get 4 new members. Since each dot will represent 4 members, from the diagram we can calculate the number of members of second generation. 2 dots times 4 members equal to 8 members. Number of members of third generation, 8 dots times 4 members equal to 32 members. Next, number of fourth generation, 32 dots times 4 members equal to 128 members. So from the calculation, we can calculate the between from first generation with second generation with third generation, fourth generation, and third generation. So for calculating, we minus generation 2 with generation 1, which is 8 minus 2. So the difference between the generation is 6. For the third generation and second generation, we minus 32 minus 8 equal to 24. So fourth generation minus third generation, 128 minus 32, we get 96. From this diagram, we also can calculate the ratio of generation. So in this question, we calculate second generation divided by first generation which is 8 divided by 2 equal to 4. Next, third generation divided by second generation, so 32 divided by 8 we get 4. Based on the conclusion done above, we can conclude that this is a geometry progression as they have common relation which is 4.
I am AMIRAH, and next I will present about field table of question 2. The field table stands for facts, ideas, learning issues, and resources needed. First fact is, your brother who is in secondary school wants to buy a new iPhone which costs 999 ringgit. Second fact is, the first month he saved Rm 150 ringgit. The third is, each month thereafter you give him 50 ringgit. Next we move to ideas. First ideas is the total amount of money your brother saved for the first 1 month will be 150 ringgit. Second, the total amount of money your brother saved for the second month will be 200. Third, the total amount of money your brother will increase by 50 ringgit from month to month. And fourth, the concept of arithmetic progression is being used to solve this question. The learning issues of the field table of question 2 is, first, how can we know the total amount of your brother saved for the first 4 months? Second, what type of sequence is used to calculate the total amount of money of your brother? Third, why arithmetic progression is suitable to use in solve this question? Fourth, what is arithmetic progression? The last part of this field table is resources needed. The first thing is calculator, and the second resources we use algebra textbook. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is AINA SYAZWINA, BINTI SAHIAR. I will explain about question 2. The following list show the total amount money saved for the first 4 months. First month, 150 ringgit, and third month, 200 ringgit, third month, 250 ringgit, and fourth month, 300 ringgit. Based on the list above, we can know that the total money first month have 150 ringgit. Since each month will earn an additional 50 ringgit, from the list we can calculate the total amount money for second month is 200, third month 250 ringgit, fourth month 300 ringgit. The difference between second and first month is 50, third and second month is 50, fourth and third month is 50. The ratio of second month with first month is 4/3. Third month with second month is 5/4. Based on the calculation done above, we can conclude that the ratio of second month with the first month and the third month with second month is different. That is 4/3 and 5/4. In addition, the difference between each month is the same, which is 50 ringgit. In short, we can conclude that this is arithmetic progression since they have a common difference of 50.
Hello guys, my name is Zulariffin. So let's make a little conclusion about the PBL project we've done. Let's take a look on the slide. So after we're going through most of the question in the PBL, so we can know that the PBL is mainly focused on the general application about AP and GP, which is arithmetic progression and geometric progression. We can know that the question 1 is basically based on GP, while the question 2 is based on AP. So for question 1, we can directly apply the formula Tn equals to AR power of n minus 1 to solve it. While for question 2, we can apply Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 times D to solve it. So we know that formula is important in helping us to solve the question easily. So according to question 1, it states that my friend and I want to start an online hosting business. Both of us have 4 members each as second generation. So we assume each generation will get 4 new members. We can know that the common ratio is 4 and the first term is 2 people. So the question requires us to draw a diagram to represent the number of members of each generation. Also need to find the differences in ratios, second with first, third with second, and fourth with third generation. So this is the diagram of the generation. So let's take a look for the solution for question 1. So let's recall back the formula. Tn equals to AR power of n minus 1. The first term A is 2, the ratio is 4. So you can just plug in all the numbers in the formula to find the number of members of each generation. You can see that the answer we get is exactly the same as the calculation we done. So let's take a look for question 2. So for question 2, it states that my brother saved 150 ringgit first month. Each month thereafter, he will receive 50 ringgit from me. Thus, we can know that the common difference D is positive 50. And the first term is 150. And the question requires us to find the amount of money saved for the first 4 months and find the differences of second with first, third with second, and fourth with third month, and the ratios for second with first and third with second month. So let's take a look for the solution. So let's recall back the formula. Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 times D. While the first term A is 150, the common difference D is 50. So just plug in all the numbers in the formula to find the amount of money saved for each month. Like this. So we can get the exactly same answer as the calculation done before this. So that's all for our PBL. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.